chapter was Patreon on? Hi Set, welcome. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I don't remember. I don't even remember what my... How do I even log into Patreon? What is this website? Hi Spartacus, welcome. What's my fucking email? What is my email address? Okay. Hopefully this is the right one. Please be right. Please be right. Please be right. Okay. Okay. Oh, I said okay. Good Lord. What's up, besties? Welcome to stream. Go over here. Hi. Hi, welcome. Hi, welcome. Hi. Oh, now the bot goes. Of course the bot goes the second that I fucking ping. Why wouldn't it? Of course it would. Of course it would. Hello, how are you? Welcome. Hello. Hope you're doing good. We're gonna do a little bit of work today. Oh my god, it's 3 o'clock already. Jesus Christ. Oh, hi, BC. It's Gay Baby Summer!
Gay Baby Summer, let's fucking Geo!
Let's fucking Geo! Hi, welcome. It is Gay Baby Summer. Thank you for reminding me. I completely forgot. Welcome! Maybe I should write in my onsen. Do a little laptop writing by the pool. That's safe. That's safe and normal and good. BC, thank you so much for the resub. Welcome. How you doing? It's nice to see you. Welcome, 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 welcome. I have to do some writing and stuff. Oh, no problem, Ian. Have a good class time. We'll see you later. Thanks for being here. I have to do some writing. Mostly, I have to do a little bit of editing. Not like heavy edits because I'm trying really hard not to do heavy edits before I finish the first draft because I don't want to get stuck like editing forever and like rewriting the same thing over and over and over again before the story's even done, because I know that by the time I have the first draft, like by the time I write the end for the first time, it's going to need like major structural edits, so like why bother? But I do need to work on a little bit some minor editing. Hi Asuka, are you here to be a menace because I've just started doing something even though you slept all day? Of course you are. Hi Snowbabble, welcome. Also hi Jessie Cook, hi Sin, welcome you guys. Off the rest of the week, so chillin'. Hell yeah. But I have to do a little bit of editing just for recording's sake because sometimes I have the unfortunate habit of switching from past tense to present tense, or like suddenly I'm writing in third person instead of first person. And I don't want to record before I've at least fixed those things. I'm watching my front and backyard sort of flood. Oh my god. Well, please be safe. Hopefully everything goes okay. Welcome to stream. Welcome to a different kind of stream because it's not a water stream. Oh my god, I'm so funny. Anyways, so I'm gonna record the one that was for last month, the one that was for May for Patreon. What chapter is Patreon on? What chapter does Patreon get today? They just got chapter 6. So Patreon will get chapter 7. Okay, this is chapter 6. This, okay, so I have to record chapter 6. Month plus 1. So this, okay, so Patreon gets chapter 7. Oh dear, oh me, oh my. I might not be able to record chapter 7 on stream. Hold on, I'm trying to get the... There we go. Page break. Hi Sarah, welcome. Chapter 7 is the first chapter where there's a little bit of a spicy scene. It's like 2 pages. So it's not like... It's like a big thing. But I could mute and do it. It would just be quiet for everyone else. Everybody else would just have to listen to it be quiet time. I'm wondering if actually what I could do... I'm wondering if what I could do is open... what is that fucking program? Audition. And if I change it so that the input is just the microphone, it shouldn't record everything. Hi Graham, it's so nice to see you. Welcome. Where were you finally home from? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi Oscar. Yes, you're getting love. Getting into the meat. Yeah, we're getting to the schmeat of the story. Hi Wisconsin Bear, welcome. Oh my god, Elkadar, hi, thank you. Thank you so much for 54 months. That's crazy. Pup. Thank you, thank you. I hope you're doing good. It's nice to see you. Just triple check that we can't. Yeah, right. You guys can't lie to me either. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. I know you want to hear Hawthorne beat his meat, but you can't listen to it on Twitch. That's Patreon only. In my defense, it's like it's a pretty tame spicy scene in all honesty. It's not like, I mean, I would say that it's more explicit than I would be comfortable recording on Twitch, but it's not like, I wouldn't say it's like Reddit levels of explicit, you know what I mean? It's maybe a little in between. Like, things definitely happen, but it's not like, here's 20 pages of in-depth, visceral explanation of Hawthorne schmeat. Make a stream safe version and a Patreon version. We use PG-13 language. No, if you're here and you listen while I'm recording and you're not on Patreon, it'll be a little treat for you, because normally you would only get to hear this on Patreon or even know what's going on in the story if you're on my Patreon. I'm gonna delete this VOD after, so like random people don't just hop in and they're like, oh, what's the story at chapter 7? And I'm like, well, you have no idea what's happening. So this will be mainly a work stream, but if you're here and you happen to get to hear a part of the story, lucky you. I was gonna say, didn't someone get banned for reading smut on stream? Yes, they did. They did. Just me like using the fucking every time. Imagine. But I got to I have to edit chapter 7 to make sure that it's ready for recording. Hi Bevan, welcome. Welcome. I'm also going to record chapter 6. I actually already recorded chapter 6, but I did it before I did a little bit of editing and realized that I did unfortunately have multiple instances of changing tenses in here. So I'm gonna make sure that the Google Doc is up to date, and then I'm gonna re-record it here at my desk because I don't feel like fucking editing all of that. So that's what we'll do today. Mostly some editing. Maybe I'll get around to doing some new writing on chapter 13. I'm currently about a third of the way into chapter 13. Let's see, how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-ish pages. 6-ish. 6 pages into chapter 13. So it's going good. Google Docky. Yeah, exactly. Black Tiger, hi, thank you.
What's up?
Thank you,
Ruby,
thank you.
Thought I'd beat the raid for this.
Thank
Ruby
you.
Vo Blanky.
Welcome. Thank you so much for 50 months, bro. Booth time in summer can't be good either. Thankfully, my office is actually frigid. The air conditioner in the office actually is quite cold. I just don't feel like hooking up my laptop and then like recording in the booth, standing up, and then like taking the laptop out and then like fixing all the edits after. I would much rather just record it sitting at my desk and fix the edits as I go, which is like not super easy to do with just the trackpad on my laptop. So typically I don't edit while I go when I'm recording on my laptop. Not the Google Docky. Yeah, the Google Docky. Google Docky. Oh yeah, I wanted to look. I was gonna say speaking of Google, but it's actually speaking of Goodreads. Dude, I planted a bunch of dahlia. I spent like not a lot. It was probably like $30 on dahlia bulbs, which is more money than I've ever spent on flowers in my life. But I was like, I've never really had a garden. I've always wanted a garden, and now I have like space for a garden, and Ruggs and I like spent a whole bunch of time weeding it and setting it up. I'm gonna have a little bit of a garden. So I got some dahlias and I got some lavender and I got some sunflower seeds. My lavender, even though I planted it in like the most ideal spot for lavender, like the place that I didn't even really want to plant it, I planted it there because like the soil was like very like sandy, very quick draining, gets like tons and tons of sun. Hi 𝗏𝐸𝐶, hi Duder, hi guys, welcome. Oh my god, Asuka, please don't. She literally sleeps. You guys, I love my dog. I would kill a man for my dog, but right now she's gonna make me crash out because she literally is like silent sleeping in another room all fucking day, and the very fucking millisecond that I sit down to stream, she starts scratching at the walls, booping my leg, screaming in the background, barking at. Do you hear her? She was silent all day. She did nothing. She didn't even ask me to go pee. That's how literally she does nothing all fucking day. I've been up since 7 a.m. The dog hasn't even asked me to pee. I literally had to go find her and be like, hey girl, I'm gonna stream. Do you want to pee or not? I had to fucking drag her out of the house to make her piss. And now she won't fucking shut up. I love my dog, but oh my god, she's going to kill me. Anyways, my internet. No! I'll miss you. Don't die. Did you find the diamonds in the garden? Fucking no, I didn't. I did not. Also, hi, 𝗏𝐸𝐶, welcome. Ah! I got Scotchy. Hi, thank you. Thank you. It is Ruby. It's me, Mario.
It is Ruby time, long time no see, let's go.
Hi, welcome. Hi, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for dropping the beats in chat. I really appreciate it. Asuka, we know you're there and you're cool, but like, yeah, it's not your time. It's not your turn. It's not for you right now, asshole. Fucking asshole. Let me talk to you real quick because I had such a good reading month in May. Granted, I didn't stream for like 2 weeks, so I had a lot of time to do absolutely fuck all, including reading. In May, I read, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and a half books. Half because I started it on the last day of May and then ended it. I finished it the first day of June. I read 13 books in May. That's crazy. That's crazy. I am doing good, 𝗏𝐸𝐶. I had a really good May, and I'm ready for June, and I finally got past the part of my book that was giving me so much fucking trouble, and I'm ready to write the rest, and I'm very excited. Hi, Womble, welcome. It's nice to see you. Hello, Nyx, welcome. Hi, Asuka, welcome. I know, you're gonna scream. I can see it. I can see it in your stance. I can see it in your little tail wag. I can see it in your little face. I can hear it in the way that you're sneezing at me. And I see your little fucking tail. I see your little fucking gremlin menace-ass tail. I'm doing really good. I knew you were gonna scream at me. Don't do it. Hi, Rescar. Welcome. I'm ready for the big summer fun. Yes, I'm ready for gay baby summer. I'm here. I'm ready. Asuka's ready. Come here. Hope chat is well too. Hey! Inside voice. I know, you're very upset. I use hand signals with my dog. So she has like a vocal cue and a visual cue when I give her commands. And my inside voice command recently is something I've been teaching her, and it's literally just to take your thumb and your forefinger and just like tap them together. Inside voice. Like you're squishing someone's lips together. Inside voice. And she doesn't like it. And so she'll like get up on her back feet and grab my hand to push my hands down. Like she's being like, no, I don't want to. Don't. Quiet. Inside voice. Yes, good girl. Come. I love you. Yes, you want a biscuit? I'll give you a biscuit so you can cry in the background instead. That's an accomplishment. What is? Oh, getting over the part of my book that I was worrying about. I'm in bed, so I'm probably gonna tempt die. Oh my god. Not ham, hand. Hi, Luminoid, welcome. If you guys ever wonder, like, oh my god, Ruby, like, you never make audio content anymore. First of all, my voice is fucked up. Second of all, my dog. Ladies and gentlemen, my fucking dog. I literally can't even bribe her with biscuits to make her stop making sounds. Anyways, my friend trained sit as hands in the air, so when the dog tried to jump on someone and they instinctively raise their hands and oh, that's really cute. That's cute. That's a good idea. Just wants to be free herself. I'm at 13 books a month. Oh, thank you. Well, yeah, like I was saying before, like I didn't stream for 2 weeks. I took 2 weeks off, so I did have quite a lot of time to read. Let me tell you what my 5-star reads were this past month. First of all, One Hell of a Brownie. One Hell of a Brownie was so fucking good. It was so cute and so sweet, and I loved it so fucking much. It's about a girl who she left an Ivy League school and also left her like really toxic relationship, and she decides that she's gonna open like a mobile bookstore, but they're only gonna have like romance and smut books, like bodice ripper books. And so she like opens this business and is like starting her own business, and she accidentally summons a demon who is I think he's I think his grandpa was like some kind of succubus demon. So she accidentally summons this demon in this like love spell, this like succubus spell, and he can't leave until he like reenacts all the things that she asked for in this spell, which she didn't think would work because she was like, oh, this is silly, I'll just like write a bunch of random like silly like kinky spicy things and like it'll just be a fun silly little time while I bake these brownies. Nope, now he's stuck there and they don't know how to get him to go home. And that's what's going on in that book. That book is so fucking cute and so silly and so fun, and I really like it. I like it a lot. I'm loving the book so far. Are you reading it? Are you reading the brownie book? That was one of my favorite things I read all month, and it was the first thing that I read last month. Yeah, it's so good. Hi, the title baited me. Where's Monster? Well, I'm talking about some of the things that I read this month, and then we're gonna work on my book. So, which is, I would say, monster smut adjacent. I don't know that I consider like fae and demons monsters. I feel like they're monster. I feel like they're in the category, but like they're like a dip your toes in. They're like a first level monster. You know what I mean? Like they're not quite human. Some of them have some not quite human features, but I don't really consider them fully monsters, you know what I mean? But One Hell of a Brownie was the first one. That was a 5-star read. The other 5-star read for me was actually a gift from Liger, and that was The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which is the first book in the Crowns of Nyaxia series. Serpent and the Wings of Night was so fucking good. It was so good. It was so fucking good. So they like yeah, sure, that works. Like his prehensile Shmi. There's none of that. There is none of that. There is a character. There's one character who has like very sharp chompy teeth, like not human teeth. No, stop it. Anyways, as I was saying, Serpent in the Wings of Night, super, super, super good. It is about a human girl who gets adopted by the Vampire King, and she enters this death game so that she can get a boon from a goddess because she wants to go and find her family, but she can't because she's just a little human girl, and her dad, the Vampire King, is like, no, you can't because it's not safe. Like, you're just a human, you can't be out there by yourself, like, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, fine, you know, I'll join this death game, and then I'm gonna ask her to, like, link us together, and basically she would get his powers, and, like, you know, vice versa. And the way that it's supposed to work is that she gets his powers, he gets hers, but she's a human, she doesn't have any. And he's just like, no, like, I'll just do it for you because I'm your dad. Well, she enters this contest and meets this guy. She meets the guy. And he immediately pisses her off, of course. And so we have a little bit of, like, I would say light enemies to lovers, because it's more like fun, silly banter. She's trying to stab him and he's flirting with her a little bit to lovers. But it's really fun. It was so good. And I saw a little bit of the plot twist coming. Like there's little things that happen in the book that I was like, oh, this person's suspicious. I don't know if I trust this person. I don't know if I feel like this is more than what it seems. And then I got to like the very fucking end and I was like, oh my fucking God. So Serpent in the Wings of Night, I highly recommend. It was so very fun. Is he an Eldritch character? Who is whomst? The classic flirting stabbing. Yes, it's one of, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. It's one of my favorites. Are we doing book club? And I'm currently just going over the things that I read in May that I rated 5 stars. So far we have One Hell of a Brownie and The Serpent in the Wings of Night. Both of those were so good. The next one that I read was actually a book that came out in May. It's a brand new book. It is called Shield of Sparrows. And I will scream from the rooftops until I am fucking blue in the face that everybody everywhere should read Shield of Sparrows, because it is so fucking good. And like, yes, it is a fantasy romance. Yes, there's like a little bit of like open door smut, a little bit, but it is more fantasy, like epic fantasy story than it is like romance and like ooh, love, things like that. It is so very, very good and so very, very well written. And even though like there's like one huge plot twist, and I called it from like literally chapter 1 that this was going to be the plot twist. I knew exactly what was going on, and that didn't spoil the story for me. Even though I knew without a doubt in my heart exactly what was going on, it almost made the story better. It was so fucking good. My wife is reading that one. Tell her that I said it's so fucking good. It's so Shield of Sparrows is so good. This one, listen, if you're a dude, and I know that I say this all the time, if you're a manly man dude and you're not sure, like, I don't know if I want to read those girly books. I'm not sure if I want to read those girly fantasy romance books. Put that in your pocket. Put that away. Put that in a closet somewhere. Take your toxic masculinity that the society has placed on your shoulders and put it in a bag somewhere, okay? Shield of Sparrows is so fucking good. It is for everyone. If you like The Witcher, imagine The Witcher. And also, they've kidnapped Cinderella. They've forced Cinderella into a marriage with the prince, and the prince's bodyguard is The Witcher. So there's monsters and monster fighting and monster slaying and monster hunting, and there's like weird creatures, and there's like weird crazy political intrigue, and like secret people, and people are not who they say they are. Bro, it's so fucking good. Not in Pride Month. Yeah. Yes, please. I'm begging you. If you've been nervous about like reading romance novels because you're like, oh, what if somebody sees me? Read Shield of Sparrows. I'm telling you, this one is so very much for everyone. And I think it would be a really good introduction if you've been wanting to like read some romance, but like you're not sure where to start. Shield of Sparrows was so fucking good. It was so fun and so good. I literally could not put it down. I read it in like a single day. It was so fucking good. Hold on, I'll take a sip of my water. Okay, next, let's see what else. Oh my God. Okay, so the last one that I rated 4 stars in May, or sorry, 5 stars in May, was A Darkness So Sweet. And I've already talked about this one. Yes, Bevan. I already gushed in detail. Yeah, show me. About A Darkness So Sweet. But it was so good. Like, from the first second to the very end, A Darkness So Sweet was so fucking good. I loved everything about this fucking book. She is a cute girl. She is this cute girl who is like very shy and very demure, very like grew up in a society that was like women are to be seen and not heard if you want a husband. And she said, okay, got it, I guess. But she, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, 𝗂𝗶𝘶? She owns her dad's flower shop and she refuses to marry because she doesn't want a man to take over like her dad's business that she has had for her entire life. She's like, I don't want this to go into the hands of another man. And that's what happens in this world, is that like if a woman marries, all of her property becomes his. She's like, fuck no. And she gets this opportunity to make the floral arrangements for the royal wedding for the princess, who is supposed to be married off to the trolls, to one of the trolls from the mountain, for political reasons, so that they can like, you know, join together and like, you know, there won't be any more fighting between them, basically. My God, Graham, I'm so sorry. So Maya, the main character's name is Maya. Maya gets married off to Ragnar, who is the troll. Ragnar is a healer for the trolls in their army. He is like very well renowned among his people. He's like the best healer that there is. And he has dreamed his entire life of, you know, growing up and marrying like a big strong troll lady, because in the troll society, it is very matriarchal. Like the men spend time before they're even married learning how to sew and like leathercraft to make clothes for their future wife. Like that's their fucking culture. And Ragnar wants nothing more than to serve his wife and like be in service to his wife and his people, except that he does not want to marry a fucking human. He's like, fuck this weak ass, tiny ass, stupid ass, soft ass, cute ass, pretty ass human. I hate her. But he doesn't hate her. Of course he doesn't. Of course he doesn't fucking hate her. And it's a really cute story of the girl having to learn to stand up for herself, because that is how it is in their society, is that like the women are supposed to be strong. They're very outspoken. Like they say what they need and what they want. And she needs to learn that, because her whole life she was told like nobody gives a fuck about you or your opinions because you're a woman. And he has to learn that she came from that place, and that like you can't just judge a book by their cover, and that like maybe, you know, people are unfortunately like a product of their upbringing, and that like it doesn't make her a bad person. She just needs to fucking learn. And he needs to fucking let go of it. He's let go of his own prejudices, and they both do. But it's so cute, and it's so sweet, and it's so good. It's also very spicy. But I highly recommend that one. That one's really good. And those are the books that I read that were 5 stars in May. I like them a lot. I should learn how to sew. If you want to. If you want to learn how to sew, do it. Also, hi Magic, welcome. I know I like read your previous comment, but I didn't say hello. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Oh, I also read I finally found book 1 of Ice Planet Barbarians, which I've been avoiding for a long time. I've had so many people tell me to read that book for so long, and I've been avoiding it the whole time because I was like, I'm not fucking reading this. I'm not fucking reading this. And then I was like, okay, if I find book 1, I'll read it, because there's like 20 books in this series, and every time I go to the bookstore, they don't have book 1, and I didn't want to buy it on Amazon. Can I put the button back in my shorts? So I should learn. Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, yes, you should learn basics for yourself. I'm good, Magic. I'm good. It's nice to see you. Thank you for being here. So there's so many books in the Ice Planet Barbarian series, and I was like, I'm not reading this. Like, this sounds so cheesy and corny to me, and like not really my thing, not really my style. I finally found book 1, and I was like, okay, all right, I found book 1. It wasn't even like with the rest of the series. It was very much like this feels like fate It was like off to the side of the rest of them. I was like, okay, I'll fucking buy it. And I bought it and I read it. I read that whole entire book in one afternoon. I was like, are you fucking it's so silly. It's very silly and very corny, but also like so fun. Like it was just like a silly fun little time and I really liked it. It was actually really, really good. Is it a work of classic literature? Absolutely the fuck not. Is it particularly extremely well written? Absolutely the fuck not. No, it's not. Was it a fun little time? Yes, it was. Yes, 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 it was. Yes, it absolutely fucking was. So I read that one. And that was good. I wouldn't say it was 5 stars. It was more like it's like a 4.5 stars, but it was good. I liked it. Hold on, sorry, I'm closing this. Have you ever heard of Tiger's Curse? Love triangle, but with shape-shifting. No, I haven't. Do you like it? Is it good? Sounds well written. What do you... Ice Planet Barbarians? Have you read it? It's very silly. It's so very, very silly. You should read camp horror stories on stream. I don't really read horror, in all honesty. I read like some like fantasy horror I really like The Poisoner is one of my favorite books of all time. But I'm not really like a big horror person. I actually don't enjoy being scared. So I wouldn't even like know where to find that kind of thing. I read it when I was younger, so there might be some nostalgia stuff, but it's really good fantasy romance series. Tiger's Curse. Let me look. Oh, I forgot I'm using my keyboard's on Bluetooth right now. Oh my god, the cover is so silly. This cover, oh my god. The cover is like a Photoshop picture of a tiger. It's giving Animorphs. It does have like 4 stars though. 4.3 stars, 4.05 stars, 4 stars. Oh no. No! This is so funny. Reading these reviews is crazy because it's like 5 stars, 5 stars, 1 star, 1 star, 1 star, 1 star, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 1 star, 1 star. And I'm like, what? Yo, Animorph? Yes. Like this person's like, if you're looking for a good YA paranormal romance series, look no further. Seriously, you will read and reread this entire series until your entire lives breathes and screams tiger and your family threatens to have you committed. Just start collecting everything tiger now and save yourself some time. This is a 5-star review. This 1-star review just says, hold on. This 1-star review says, seriously, grr? I mean, seriously, you thought you could just delete my review and it would be gone forever. I'll take your deletion and raise you 1 cached copy of my review and 1 middle finger. This person is so mad. Dude, I think this review might be 10,000 words. Oh my god, it's like 20 paragraphs. What the fuck? This person is so angry about Tiger's Curse. It's like what you were describing. It's not the best well written, but it's fun and cute. I do like a fun, silly time. Especially as like a palate cleanser between like more serious books and stuff. It's a good time. Hold on, I'm gonna take a sip of my water. I haven't talked this much since the last time I streamed. Not since the war. Anyways, I haven't eaten since breakfast. I should have probably eaten before stream, but I really wasn't hungry. But now I'm suddenly hungry. It also leaves you on some cliffhangers, so the plot isn't awful. Oh! You know what I just realized? Is that the chapter that I need to record for Patreon right now, it also has like a pretty big reveal in it towards the like middle. Oh, we'll see how this goes. Let me actually open up. Oh god, do I have it installed? Adobe Audition. I think I do. Oh no. Oh no. I have Photoshop. I thought I would have. Audition. Update available. No, just open it, bitch. Just fucking open it, bitch. Okay, no, I don't want that. And also don't want that open because it's got my fucking full government name. Get that out of here. Yeah, I'm working on a new chapter for Patreon, and it's got a spicy scene and a pretty big reveal. So I was going to record it on stream, but I don't want to spoil it for the people who haven't read the first 6 chapters. Okay, let's see here. Got audition opened. Preferences. Audio hardware. Default input. Wait, no, not chat mic. This one maybe? Yes? System default. Uh-oh. Interesting. Okay, let me test recording. I'm just here for the monster smut. You're so real for that, honestly. All right, let's see. Okay. All right. So if I recorded that, and then if I go to Spirit City Lo-Fi, I'm actually just going to close Spirit City Lo-Fi, and I'm going to turn down that. Let's see if it recorded it. I'm just here for the monster smut. You're so real for that. Okay, it did record it. And the only thing is, I'm not going to be able to play it back if I record. So like if I record, like, oh wait, hold on. Pause. I'm really trying to use every single one of my fucking brain cells right now. Because my thing is, I want to be able to mute to the stream so that I can record the spicy part, but not mute to audition so that it will, you know, hear the sound. Let's see here. Maybe it's, where would that be? Configure, channel 1, microphone, mute to stream. Okay, hold on. I'm going to say the word penis right after I mute. And you tell me whether or not you hear me say the word penis. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, mute. Did you hear that? Did you hear me say penis? No? Okay. So, okay, one test down. Peanuts. One test down. One more test to go. Oh God, what have I done? One more test to go. Control X, please. Just fucking just delete that, please, for God's sake. Okay, one more test. Okay, I'm going to mute this so you can't hear me, but I'm going to talk in the microphone. 1 second. Okay, and then if I hit play, testing. Okay, so it is recording. Clap. It is recording. Okay, all right. Okay. So, okay, wait, I have another because I would like to know if it will record. I want to make sure it's not going to record the music. So, let me test recording. I want to make sure it's not recording the music. Hi, Lindo. Welcome. All right, pause. And then I'll turn off the music. And here we go. Test recording. I want to make sure it's not recording the music. Hi, Lindo. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that works. So that way I don't have to like leave you guys with no fucking sound on while I'm recording. Because that would be so awkward for everybody if we were just like, all right, guys, see you in 10 minutes after I record this 𝗓𝐿 scene real quick. Hold on, let me pull up. What the fuck was that? Anyways, what was I gonna do? My brain. Oh, here, you can have music back. You can have the music back. Excuse me. All right, I'll pull the thing back up. Also, if you did not see or did not hear me say it before, welcome. We're doing a co-working stream. I'm working on my novel that I'm writing, and today I'm going to be editing 2 chapters and recording them audiobook style for Patreon. Most of the time I'll be hot mic, so you can actually hear me recording live. So you will get a little sneak peek of some later chapters in my book that I'm working on. But some of it I cannot put on the stream because it's not appropriate for Twitch, but we will be doing some work. What the fuck was I doing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. I want to get something. Not a Pong, a PNG. Transparent PNG, not Pong. Stop that. Fucking goofy as hell. Anyways. Is anybody else working on things today? Is anybody else doing work things today? Or is it just me today? Tools, color, transparent. Did you guys know you could do that on Google? When you're looking for stuff. When you're looking for a transparent PNG, you can literally like tell it like, hey, only show me transparent images. It's very helpful. We can use that. That works. Does that work? Does that work? That works. Wait, is this not? This is not even transparent. Am I getting fucking punked right now? Oh god, the children don't even know what that means. Transparent image, please. I think I'm being lied to. It's telling me this is a transparent image. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Open image in new tab. It's definitely not. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it. Yeah, no, it's definitely not. That's a fucking lie, bro. What's my delete key? Is it this? Yes, okay. I was fucking lied to. That is not a transparent image. Okay. Rude. What about this one? This one is, but it's so like... this one is like... so serious. Why is it so serious? Look how fucking serious this one is. Like, bro, I just wanted like a little silly one. We did not have to be that serious with it. Whatever, it's fine. Anyways, I just wanted that for like when I was live recording. I'll probably end up having to turn off sounds, obviously. Or I guess it doesn't really matter if sounds play, because it's supposed to just pick up my mic. I'll probably just make them quiet so that I'm not distracted. I don't want to be distracted. Alright, let me do this. Because we're still waiting for... our guy. Our last Spirit City guy. Come over here. Hi, Bevan. Welcome back. Ruby, can I show you something? You could have showed it to me the first time that you asked, can I show you something? And I said yes, and then you disappeared. But yes. You can. Don't have to go back and edit out a fuck you for that. Yeah, don't literally. Don't say fuck you. You literally asked me a question and then left my stream to go to Lupin's stream to talk to her and ask her shit about Pal World, even though you literally just were over here and were like, Ruby, can I show you something? And then you were like, never mind, fuck you, Ruby. So don't say fuck you to me when it was literally you. Fucking come in here, act like I don't know shit. Wait, Lupin is streaming? Yes, Lupin is streaming. Also, hi, Jean. Let's see here. Why are there so many windows open? Oh my god. I wanted to show you this. Great. Well. Okay. I'm crashing out. I'm done. I'm done, actually. I'm done being alive. I didn't hear you say, yeah, you can show me because Streamborg. Oh, well, you didn't ask either. Rude, but yes. Thanks. Also, hi, Sean. Welcome. Crash out, go blur. I really do. Really fucking do sometimes. Is it gonna work or is it gonna... Okay. I thought it was gonna freeze my whole computer for a second. I was like, honestly, that would really be on brand for me right now. I'm waiting to hear back from someone about the direction of the writing that I'm working on. Today I'm probably gonna be mostly send emails. Oh, fun. Good luck with your emails. All of your day is going well, Oshi. Thank you, 𝗂𝗶𝘴. It's going. It's going. It's going. I'm good. I'm so good. Derogatory. I don't want to be like, oh. Well, sorry, I had to pet my little guy. Thanks, email's bad. Nobody likes to do an email. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to write a fucking email, bro. Hi, Kira. Welcome to stream. Okay, so I'm sorry. What do you mean? It's fine. You're fine, Bevan. I'm just fucking with you. You're fine. I am not upset. I feel I've seen you before. Interesting. What does that mean, Sean? What is that? What does that mean? I'm immediately suspicious. Just recognize the name. Medieval compliments guy. I don't know what that means. I don't understand what that means. Okay, let's see here. Today, I need to edit chapter 6. Record chapter 6. Oh, well, and then edit chapter 7. I'll do chapter 7 first, since that one is due today and people can already read chapter 6 on Patreon, so we'll work on 7 so that people who are waiting to read chapter 7 aren't just like, Ruby, what the fuck? And what I'll do is I'll probably edit it and then put it up immediately, because I know that some of the people in the chat are on Patreon and probably waiting for it. So I'll put it up immediately for people who want to read it, and then I'll work on recording it on stream. I need to read more. I keep pushing it off. I mean, you know. Do what makes you happy, of course. Let's do this. We're gonna open our Pomodoro timer and put it over nya. No, put it over nya. But yeah, having issues where I read stuff and then my mind drifts off and I daydream. Oh Lord. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh me. Oh my. I just can't focus. Drink caffeine. Get yourself a little Red Bull. Do a little self-medicating. I have that problem with my ADHD where, like, if something isn't giving me enough dopamine, I literally fall asleep doing it. Like, if I'm not on my meds, I can't function at all. Like, I'll be trying to read or write or, like, do editing or, like, literally do anything at all. I'll even if I'm, like, reading a book that, like, I kind of want to read, if I'm not getting, like, the full amount of fucking dopamine from it, my brain is like, it's nap time. This is killing me. I'm going to sleep now. And I have no control, and I just fucking fall asleep. Like I have fucking narcolepsy. Like, I wish I was kidding. Like outside of my own control, fully just, like, falling asleep at my desk. And I'm just like, bro, this could not be good or normal. No fucking way. But I found out that was an ADHD thing, and I was like, well, that fucking tracks, so. Anyways, let's see here. Let me pull up the thing. Goodbye! Goodbye, Bevan. Have a good day at work. We'll see you later. Almost wrote girly poop. Oh, thanks. Thanks for looking out. Thanks for looking out for my girly poop. I really appreciate it. Aww. Okay, hold on. Take this. Okay. Good day. Yeah, have a good day at work. Yeah, ADHD life. I sure do love it. I try to pay attention to something I'm not interested in. It physically hurts me. Like, no, literally, it's the same. It's the same for me. It's crazy. Hi, Halo. Welcome. How are you? Hi. Halo, welcome. I'm about to do some edits on chapter 7 and then record it on stream, except that I have to mute for the first 3 pages of recording. I could record the first page and then I have to mute the second and third page. Because Patreon gets chapter 7 today, so we're gonna work on that today. I still haven't read 6. Go read 6 because I'm editing right now chapter 7. As a matter of fact, hold on, give me 1 second. I need to read something real quick. Okay, I think I edited the Google Doc for chapter 6. I'm gonna actually upload the edited chapter 6 because there was a bunch of times in chapter 6 where I swapped tenses, and I found that I didn't find that until I was recording chapter 6. So I went back and edited it, and I'm going to upload the edited version. And if you've already read it, nothing changes except that I've fixed the tensing issue. Let's see here. Edit post. Hi, Bunny, welcome. Yes, I'm about to post. Well, not post. I'm about to work on. I'm about to edit chapter 7 on stream. And then I'll actually be doing a live recording of most of that chapter, but not of the spicy scene. And potentially I might not even live record the end of it. Like I might just mute for the end of it too. Because there's a pretty big reveal at the end of, or well, like midway through, where there's a character that shows up. So, alright, chapter 6 is saved. But I will be live recording some of it. And then I'll be posting it hopefully by the end of stream. So, I like those emotes. They're very cute. Is that the little dragon? Yeah, the little dragon. It's so cute. So cute. I love it. Okay, so let me start the Pomodoro timer and I'll get through the edits for chapter 7 and then we'll start the recording for it. So let's do this first. We're gonna start our first session and then it'll be yap time after and then we'll do the recording. Here we go. Turn the music up. Oh yeah, I'll put the mic down for you. Hi Mouse, welcome. Well, let me pause. So chapter 6 and chapter 5, and I think chapter 1 do not have audio. That's because I just didn't have a chance to do them. So chapter 6 and chapter 5 don't have the audio. Today I'm gonna work on chapter 7 first, and then if I have time after, I will do one for chapter 6 to answer your question. Resume. Hi Mouse, welcome. Yeah, no problem. Hi Milk, welcome. How are you? Hi Callie. Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh hell yeah, Mouse. Congratulations. I saw the DM. I haven't had a chance to look at the game yet. What is it? This is where I cannot record on the stream. Oh, that sounds so cute. That sounds really cute. Wait a second. Wait a second. Not me forgetting what color his eyes were. Did I like never at any point mention what his fucking eyes look like until like chapter 7? What the fuck? I was so sure I brought this up in chapter 2. I'm literally just scraping through chapter 2 trying to fucking find it. Are you sure he has eyes? At this point? No. Control F. eyes. Let's look at instance number 1 in this chapter. This is so fucking stupid. Okay, it's not that one. It's not that one. Wait a second. Am I even in chapter 2? No. Oh my god. Oh, I am in chapter 2. Okay, so what the fuck? Okay. Okay, I do know what color his eyes are. I just wrote the wrong thing in this one. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Alright, figured it out. Anyways, all that for fucking one word. Hi, Anima, welcome. Thank you for hydrating. Hello, Padster. Pad tutor. Hi. Welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I'll be in this dark corner right there. Oh my god, thank you! Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Oh my god, this chapter is long. Okay. I think it's okay. I think it'll be okay. Can I just skip to this one? Okay, yeah. We'll skip to break. It only have like 2 minutes left on it. Short break, and then I can start recording chapter 7 for Patreon, and I'll have to mute a little bit of it. There's like 2 pages that I cannot record on stream. But yeah. Oh, this is so exciting! I was really scared that I was gonna start putting this out and then like not be able to write, because like sometimes I'll like do a creative endeavor and then halfway through my brain is like, no, sorry, I can't do that anymore. No, we can't do that no more, sorry. We're actually done with that. But I'm like halfway through chapter 13, which means we have, once I finish chapter 13, we'll have content to the end of the year, yeah? Something like that. Something like that. Oh my gosh, my freaking throat. Oh my god. Oh god. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, let me close this and this and this. There we go. Okay. Why does it have 44 notifications on my Patreon? Oh no, I don't need to know all that. I don't want that. I hate that Patreon gives me a notification every time somebody like joins or cancels or moves their tiers on Patreon. Like, I don't need to know. It's fine. Don't fucking tell me. It's not my business. I don't want to fucking know, bro. Seriously. There we go. I cleared them. That was like when they added the like when people leave or like what's the word? When they cancel their membership on Patreon, there didn't used to be like a little survey when you left, and they added that a couple of years ago, and I was like, bro, I don't fucking care. I don't want to know. This is like, don't fucking alert me. Yeah, don't fucking alert me every time somebody fills out this survey to tell me why they left, because I'm telling you, every single time it's one of two things. Number one, their financial situation changed and they just can't afford it. That's fine. None of my fucking business. You don't need to tell me that. I don't need to know. Like, let's keep that between you and God, okay? Like, it's none of my fucking business. Patreon, don't fucking ask people that. I don't need to know. And or it's somebody who sucks and I don't care what they have to say anyway. It's literally every time it's either somebody like super apologetic, like, I'm really sorry, I can't afford this, and I'm like, that's totally fine. You have, like, why are you apologizing? Don't be sorry. Or it's somebody who's like, I joined and Ruby Voxx wasn't putting out 47 free audios every single month, and I couldn't find any of the content, and there was no content on the whole page. Ruby has never made a single audio in her entire life, and she's a liar. And I'm just like, whoa, so you're dumb. So you're, okay. You're actually just really fucking stupid and can't read. Oh, you're completely illiterate. I understand now. Goodbye. So regardless of the reason, those fucking Patreon surveys are useless to me. And I don't want to see them. The bad part is they changed the order of the answers. So if you say you have a bad month and have to cancel all of them, you might rush and accidentally click the wrong reason. Oh my god, that's so fucking annoying. Yeah, it's literally, I have a pinned post. I have a pinned post on my Patreon for exactly that reason. Because so many people had issues finding, and this is not even from the surveys, this was just like when I had like a pretty active Patreon Discord server. Like, people be like, hey, I can't find this thing, or like, hey, can you like link me to this thing? And I'd be like, yeah, sure, no problem. And so I made a pinned post that linked to like fucking everything. Still and I have a room. Congratulations! Congratulations, Mouse. Oh my god. I hope you're so excited. Hell yeah. Nice. Enjoy your packing. I hope your packing goes good. Oh man, I thought I had a meat stick here that I was gonna have as a little snack in my break time. But unfortunately, I fucking don't. I'm gonna go get one. I need to have a little snack before we record. I'm so hungry. I'll be back in 1 second. Oh my god, I also moved in July. Prepare for it to be 1,000 degrees. Moving in July was the fucking worst. And I don't tell you that to be like negative. I just tell you that to be like, hey, be prepared. Because it is so so hot in July. Oh my god. Although if you're moving to a place that has better weather, maybe it won't be as awful, but like, oh my god. The next time I move, it will not be until the winter. I swear to god, I'm never moving in the summer ever again. I got myself some crackers. Shipping in a pod is a good idea. I got myself some crackers and some mozzarella cheese and a little, not a Slim Jim, a little fake Slim Jim. I have a garlic and chive pita cracker from Aldi. That's a really good idea, Mouse. At least you don't have to drive a fucking truck. That would have blown. It's so crunchy. What the fuck? Why is it so crunchy? Oh my god, it's like eating glass. Oh my god. Is it quite humid where you are in Texas? The place that I lived in Texas was like super fucking dry. So it would regularly be like 100 degrees and be honestly kind of fine. I would have had to ride with my dad. I'm sorry. That sounds like not fun. This cracker is so bad. It's so crunchy, but like not in a good way. I feel like it's like biting into glass, bro. What is happening? Who made this? Whose choice was this? Why is it this texture? Whatever, the flavor is really good, so I'm gonna continue eating. It's so weird. Oh, it's so crunchy. I hate it. I only have 1 minute left on my break. Fuck. Hold on, let's look at this guy. There he is. There's our boy. Hello, boy. He's called a Hexwing. Stop. Stop, that's so cute though. What the fuck? Oh my god, he's so cute. What a little fucking cutie. The blood. The blood enhances the flavor. So good. Look at the little red one. That's so fucking cute. No, the pink one. The pink one. The pink one for sure. That's so fucking cute. Oh, why is it a texture? That's so fucking weird. Pause. I'm finishing my fucking snack before I record anything. I got 3 balls and like a bite of a meat stick left. So good. And then we're gonna record most of chapter 7. No, I'll record it all. I'll just mute during the jorking it scene. Last guy, did you finish reading chapter 6? It's gonna be spoilers. Some spoilers. We got a little bat. Isn't he so cute? I love him. I might have to pee a little bit, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna say 3 of these crackers was enough for me for a lifetime. We're gonna fucking close that up. Normally I love a good cracker. I'll eat a whole sleeve of Ritz crackers, a whole sleeve of club crackers. I think 3 is enough for me on that one. When might be a good time to come back? I don't know. Because I'm about to record chapter 7. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I might be able to do it in like 30-ish minutes. Sorry. Let me skip it to the next one. And I'm gonna get my recording program open. And by open, I mean up on the right screen. Can I ask the word count? Yes. You can. I'm not necessarily gonna give it to you, but you can. I'm just kidding. Hold on, let me get it. Usually my chapters tend to be anywhere between 3,000 and 4,000 words. This one is 3,300. So I'm not sure how long it'll take me to record. It really depends on how much I mess up. It depends on how much I fuck it up. I have to read from, I don't like reading from the male perspective because I don't have a dude's voice. I don't have a man voice. So every time I have to read from the male perspective, it's a little bit embarrassing. We got a little bat. Isn't it so cutie? I love him. But I bought the little pink skin for him. Let's see here. We need rugs. Aw, dude, imagine if I could get one of my dude friends to read for Hawthorne. I do want to do an audiobook one day. I'll have to run a casting sometime. It's a good thing I've got a lot of male friends with good voices. Let's see here. Let's see here. That's true, Halo does have a good voice. It's hard doing casting because it's like I have a voice in my head of exactly what I want Hawthorne to sound like, but I have a lot of friends with like really good man voices, but I don't know if any of them are right. You know what I mean? And I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings by being like, no, not you, next. You know what I mean? So it would be hard. I mean, I would have to pay someone, obviously. I wouldn't just be like, hey, read this for free. It's a lot of fucking work. You know, a lot of dudes. I do. A lot of my friends have really good voices. Halo has a very soothing voice. Also, hi, Halo. Halo, we were just talking shit. Let's see here. Is this what I'm looking for? No, not that one. This one? Maybe? Oh yeah, here we go. Hi, Saprasi, welcome. Here we go. Can have my little... Can have a little... I'll have to flip it. Can I just like... Yeah, perfect. I was really hoping it would let me do it that way. Nice-o. Nice! Okay, I'll put that there. For the recording device. Move myself over just a little bit. Nice. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, we gotta get our sign. Hold on, we gotta get this. Hold on, wait, I got it. Wait, hold on. I got this thing. Where is it? Here it is. I bought a thing. Not bought. I found a thing. I retrieved a thing. So you know that we're live recording. This is a live recording. Cool. Okay. And then let me move this. Soprazi, I hope you're doing good. I'll move this down here. Wait, why are you... Stop. No, stop. No, stop. 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 There's no timer right now. This is just gonna be a live session. No timer. Maybe I should do this on my... Maybe I should... Fuck. Not out of context. No, don't take that out of context. Hold on. If I do this, and then... this. Oh, it stays over there! That's okay. I could do this. And then... I'm gonna put my hair up. And then if I grab... a thing. First of all, we gotta grab on air. The Con Air sign. And then... I need this, because I'll do it on this screen rather than on the Spirit City Lo-Fi screen. That way it's a little bit easier to see what the fuck I'm doing. This one? Wait a second. Oh, my mic stand doesn't have my microphone on it. Damn, that sucks. I have such a pretty mic stand. No, I just lost it. Ah, fuck me. Come back. Come back. I have such a pretty mic stand, but my microphone is not attached to it at all. Ooh. Ooh. I could have been using this one. Damn. I don't think I have the what's it called? I don't think I have just like a PNG of my microphone. I think I only have the what's it called? The live 2D version? Oh well. Delete. Yes. We'll just put the normal one on. That's fine. It's fine. Put it over here. It's gotta go this way. Actually, no, it's fine. I'll do it on this side. You appropriated it? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Oh, I could put this here too. Oh, why are you huge? No, don't attach to me. Okay, yeah. Don't be attached to me. Me every time I speak to a man. Wait, this? This? No, this? This? No. No, this? 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 That's good enough. It's good enough for me. Okay, and then... oh, lock it. There we go. Okay. This works for me. I very rarely read aloud on stream. It makes me nervous as hell. But I'm gonna do it here today. I'm gonna overcome my fears today on stream for you guys because I care. Oh my god. Hi Lazy, thank you. Thank you. Happy Pride Month. Happy Gay Baby Summer. Happy start to Gay Baby Summer. Alright, let's see here. I do need to blow my nose. Give me 1 second. Thank you guys. I need to make sure I got all the snot out. Hold on. Okay. I think it's as good as it's gonna be. My fucking ears popped. Okay. So here we go. I can read like the first page and then I have to mute for 2 pages. And then I can pretty much read the rest. I'll decide when I get to the bottom whether or not I'm gonna show the huge spoilers for this series. Because I personally don't think it's that big of a spoiler because I feel like it's obvious, but some people, well, not series, this book, some people might think it's a spoiler. Spoilers. Halo Phoenix, you know what happens. Should I just read it or should I mute? I don't know what to do. I'm leaving it up to you because I don't like decisions. Anyways, all right, here we go. You wetty chat. Sorry, I had to clear my fucking throat out of all the nasty shit in it. Ready. Oh, let me put on some chapstick. This is why I don't fucking record. There's too many steps. All right. Chapter 7. Hawthorne. I barely managed to stumble through the gate and back into my study. I reached out, straining to close it as I repeated over and over again through gritted teeth the word to close and conceal the gateway between our worlds. The air around the gate warped and pulled in on itself until it disappeared as though it had never been. The hunger within me reared again, sending me doubling over with the effort to control it. My gums ached, my mouth watered, and my muscles contracted painfully, forcing me to grip the fireplace mantel or else fall to the floor. I closed my eyes, willing it to subside, and reached for a decanter on the cart next to the fireplace, not bothering to pour it into a glass. The thick liquid inside was still warm, and the way it slid down my throat instantly soothed the beast that threatening... Well, hold on. I fucked up. The beast that... Can't fucking hear. And the way it slid down my throat in... Where was I? The thick liquid inside was still warm. And the way it slid down my throat instantly soothed the beast threatening to rip my very body apart. I brought the back of my hand to my mouth, sighing at the mess and at my own lack of control as I pulled it away. The white cuff was smeared with a stain of scarlet. Stars. I really was just a beast, wasn't I? I let out a long breath, sliding down the wall and slumping over my knees, resting my head on my arms. I hadn't had such a difficult time keeping my hunger under control in decades. Ps projections had been so strong that it made it nearly impossible to push it down. In the library, I'd come dangerously close to losing my fragile grasp of it. I didn't really have the stomach for fear or sadness. Her anger I could handle. Even her excitement, though it felt like a tingly static warmth, was something my years of discipline could stifle. The momentary fleeting arousal she'd felt was not. Even now, the memory of that smoky sweetness was like a thick fog of tobacco and sticky dates that caressed my skin and blurred the senses. It was a drug I could have drowned myself in. Visions flickered in my mind of her skin, flushed with heat, her eyes fluttering closed as I feasted on her, running my hands over every curve, exploring every sound I could coax from her lips. And that's all I can record for right now. For you guys, let me record the next 2 pages and I will unmute again for you guys. I'll be back. If anyone comes in and is like, hey, what the fuck is happening? Somebody talk for me, because I have to record this, okay? Please, thank you. I'm recording something that I can't record live on Twitch. Just give me a second. I'm almost done with this part. Okay, this part, I think we're good now. So, here we go. Basically, there's a scene and he jorks it. Next scene. Hi, Uncle JMD, welcome. After, post-jorking it, here we go. While her arousal could be some... Sorry. I'm a professional. Is it fucking... What are you doing? Stop doing that. Stop doing what you're doing. Stop it. Stop. Alright. While her arousal could become a welcomed addiction, the consequences of me losing control would not be, and my vision of her suddenly turned cold and lifeless in my arms. Sober reality took the breath from my lungs like icy water. I stayed there, frozen in place, trying to push the image from my mind when the sound of footsteps broke the illusion. From the leisurely sound of heels on hardwood, I didn't have to guess who was lurking outside. Pause, I have to clear my throat. Sorry, I just have to... Lurking outside. Where was I? The heavy wood door it creaked. The heavy wooden door creaked open. Jesus Christ, get it together. The heavy wood door creaked open slowly. There, in the dark hall, she stood. Her black gown skirted the floor, speckled with obsidian gems at the hem. The same snowy white hair and light eyes, though hers lacked the rim of gold. Smug indifference marred her face as she looked me over. I glanced at her, wiping at the now clean floor. What do you want? It wasn't a question, because I didn't have to ask. She only ever wanted one thing from me, and it was my torment. Is that a new way to greet your dear sister? She pouted, though it was practiced and calculated. My God, I should have gotten a hot beverage. Talking in my low register is so difficult. Oh, stop. Why do you keep doing that? Ew, don't zoom out when I hit fucking record. Fucking whore. Okay, anyway, sorry. When you are dear to me again, sister, it will be as you nourish the roses. I stood, throwing the cloth onto the cart and working to unclench my nerves. Her eyes grazed over the cloth and the thick red liquid dripping down the side of the carafe. She smirked. So starved you made a mess? Something like that, I replied dryly. You're really still denying yourself after... How many years has it been? Hawthorne. Half a century? More? Since you killed my dear friend? 73 years. I scoffed, meeting her gaze. She laughed, waving it off as if it were... Oh, shit. Oh, I can just pause, actually. Waving it off. Where was I? Waving it off as though we were discussing a passing trend, and strode elegantly into the room without invitation. By the gods, it's been over a century since you fed on a human, hasn't it? She settled her lithe form into the chair behind my desk, propping her feet up and crossing them elegantly at the ankles, nearly knocking over a small glass statue of a cat as she did so. It's not going to make them love you, brother. They don't even know you're their little martyr. I laughed, glaring back at her with a sneer. Because you're such an expert on love. Her jaw set as she ground her teeth, her icy gaze fixed on me. For a moment, I thought she might leap from the chair, but her features softened, and she simply shrugged. I know that it is fickle and cruel and a waste of good time. I strode to the desk, calmly placing my palms on the top and leaning over to speak in as level a tone as I could manage. What do you want, Lilia? She sighed, fluttering her lashes and pouting her plum-painted lips, and then looked me in the eyes, retorting in a grim monotone. Your thanks when you finally give up on this silly crusade of guilt. I sneered, but she only rolled her eyes and continued while examining her nails. You know, I killed her to free you, and look at you, holding onto a grudge against me, yet barely holding on to your nature, fawning over the loss of one human. You expend what little energy you have protecting her family when you could have been so much more. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. So much more what? So much more like you? So much more jaded? Holding a grudge against an entire race because of the actions of one worthless man? Because one single man turned out to be... Smack. The sting on my cheek was nothing. The blood her ring had drawn, which now dripped onto my collar, was nothing. I knew it was her sore spot. The sting of pain in her eyes eclipsed what she'd inflicted on me and told me I'd hit it today. I closed my eyes and inhaled a slow, stuttering breath. There were times I'd thought about killing her, ending this back-and-forth game, but she was the eldest. She was stronger. Without the energy of feeding properly, I was shamefully weak amongst my kind. Hold on. I had to burp. Okay. I would often placate her, quietly do as she bid, or even... Oh, that's not the fucking words. I would often placate her, quietly do as she bid, or evade her questions and taunting. My years of study had made my magic more complex, and I was better at concealing and hiding, and I would use every bit of energy I had to honor the memory of those my sister had hurt in her jealous fury. Lilia wanted the Everwains dead. She'd kill every human left in the world if our father would allow it, even to our detriment. She was vindictive in that way, never letting go of a slight, whether real or perceived, and, unfortunately, she saw my continued loyalty to the humans as the highest betrayal. Excuse me. Hello, Easy. I don't know if that's actually your name, but I'm gonna call you Easy. Welcome to stream. I'm recording a chapter of my book for my Patreon. Welcome. Part of me couldn't blame her, even pitied her for what she'd suffered at the hands of humans, or rather one in particular. She broke the silence between us. Father wants to speak with his little prince. He sent me to retrieve you. She stood, smoothing the front of her black gown. She walked around the desk, stopping just next to me, and spoke without meeting my gaze. You smell like cat. Clean yourself up. Maybe have another glass and try to look the part. She motioned her chin towards the cart and... that's not the line. Okay, sorry. Hello, Frostborn. Welcome. Also, thank you so much for the follow. What did I just read? What happened? Maybe have another glass and try to look the part. Okay, in here. Yeah, okay. Okay. She motioned her chin towards the cart next to the fire. Wouldn't want you passing out on the floor again. And then she left, closing the door with a soft click. I let out a long breath, wiping the blood from my cheek with my thumb. Some days I couldn't be sure if she even cared about the 𝗿𝗏𝗡𝐻. It would... I'm so good at reading. Some days I'm so good at my job. Where the fuck was I? Where the fuck? Okay, here we go. Some days I couldn't be sure if she even still cared about the 𝗿𝗏𝗡𝐻. It would have been like her to continue to torment me long after giving up on her quest to rid them from the mortal plane. Though, it also would have been like her to pretend not to care. To bury her feelings so deep that she herself wouldn't know them if they oozed like a soured wine from her pores. One could never tell with Lilia, because despite all of her posturing and haughty sneers, there had been a time she'd loved humanity as much as I do. A time where she'd cared to be careful of feeding on them, and had even refused to. A time where she believed we could live in harmony and peace among their kind, as we had eons ago. Perhaps it was also the memory of her in that time that kept me from trying to kill her. It was late by the time I returned to my room after a stiff conversation with my father. He'd wanted to discuss an upcoming debut in the winter courts for some high-ranking noble Fae girl. My attendance was requested as a show of good faith from our family, but I knew he was also hoping I'd find someone to occupy more of my private time. I agreed, if only to leave the conversation sooner. I couldn't very well tell him, "Sorry, father, I've already got someone occupying my mind. Oh, and by the way, she's human." Wouldn't go over very well. He tolerated my abstinence, as he called it, to my chagrin and Lilia's delight. The topic made him uncomfortable, as did most aspects of parenting. He referred to my sister's murderous tendencies as a childish sibling rivalry. That was really hard to get out. He referred to... Let's try again. He referred to my sister's murderous tendencies as a childish sibling rivalry that he'd expected us to work out amongst ourselves. After a long soak in the bath, where I'd reluctantly scrubbed every trace of phe from my skin, I emerged to find a lanky, dark figure laid out across the couch by the fire. One leg was draped over the low back of the couch, wearing black, loose-fitting pants. Oh my fucking god, what is happening? Hello, the Egg and I. Welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. Hi. Egg dog. What is it? What's egg dog? Is that like up dog? Hi everybody, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. That's so sweet of you. Jordy Draws, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. Hi everybody. If you're here and you know and you don't know, my name is Ruby. Normally I would follow that up with I play 𝐑𝐮𝐲'𝐬 a lot, but I'm not gaming, and I'm certainly not yelling right now. Welcome everybody. Hi Egg, I hope you had a really good stream. Thank you so much for raiding. Welcome. Greetings, I'm a fellow smut raider. Oh my god, hi, welcome. I am currently recording chapter 7 of my book for my Patreon, doing a live recording. So welcome. If you'd like to stay and hang out, you're more than welcome to. You can get a little sneak peek of the book that I'm working on right now. The book is called 𝗵𝑠cura, and it is... Oh my god, we just leveled up in the game. Sorry, you guys can't even see the game, sorry. It's called 𝗵𝑠cura, and it is about a woman who discovers later in life, around the age of 30, that she is in fact a witch and comes from a long line of witches, and she inherits a shop from her grandmother and a fucking brownstone mansion in New York City, and she moves there and then finds out that she has a fucking landlord. Which is honestly the worst thing to find out after moving across the country and thinking that like your whole life is going to be great. Now suddenly she has a fucking landlord, except that the landlord is some kind of like a hot Fae guy, and he doesn't want money she just has to leave random shit as offerings for him so that he can put up magical wards to protect the shop and the house from something that he doesn't want to tell her what it is yet. Yeah. Oh no, it's very, oh no, he's hot. Thank you guys so much for the follows. What the heck? I see, is it 𝗙cie? 𝗙cie, thank you so much for the follow. Macro Mark, thank you so much for the follow. Egg, thank you for the follow. Biopsy, thank you so much for the follow. And Socks, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome everybody. A fucking landlord. Oh my god, thank you. Oh, and also, she has a cat. The house came with a cat. Glitch Crown, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. I'm currently recording chapter 7. Because I allow my Patreon to pre-alpha read for like the first draft of my story, because I'm still writing the first draft, but I wanted to share it with my community. So I only share like the whole thing like openly on Patreon, 1 chapter a month, just because it's not done yet and I don't want it to be in the public. So only people who want to feel like joining my Patreon get it, because I don't want people to be mean to me on the internet. Yes, we have like I'm calling them my pre-alpha readers, because it's literally they're reading the first draft as I'm writing it. It's just like a fun little thing. Avocado, thank you so much for the avocado. Thanks. Soul felt, yeah. So right now I'm recording chapter 7, which is the first scene where there's smut, and I had to mute to record the smut portion of this chapter. We're about halfway through right now, so if anybody wants to stay and listen to part of my book, you're more than welcome to. I'm doing Pomodoro time, so we'll do about 30 minutes of work and then like 10 minutes of yapping, etc., which usually turns into 20 to 30 minutes of yapping, because I'm a yapper and I don't know how to shut up, so you know. Oh my god, thank you 𝗶𝘶, thank you. TOS is a bitch. I have to blur when I'm writing the prompt. Yeah, I don't write with my stuff on screen. I usually we just like sit over on Spirit City Lo-Fi and have a fun little time. Because I get too nervous. If people can like watch me as I'm typing, I get nervous and then I feel like I can't write anything. Yes, I do love a yap. Booga booga. Hi Chai, welcome. Hi Ian, welcome. It's good. We're having a short yap sesh to say hi to the raiders and welcome. The one and only crop top Yapatron. Yes, speaking of crop tops, we're about to meet a character wearing a crop top, and I think that everybody present who knows anything about my story is about to be really, really, really excited. I've decided not to mute for the second half, so you'll get a little bit of spoilers, a little spoilers. Thank you, Avocado. Happy Pride Month. Welcome to Gay Baby Summer. Ruby and Oz yapping on their streams when they try to write. That's me trying to fucking be a responsible person working on my book, and instead I'm fucking yapping once again. Hi Berserker, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, it's Gay Baby Summer, everyone. I don't celebrate Hot Girl Summer, but every year here in this channel, in this community, we do celebrate Gay Baby Summer. Imagine being responsible. It literally could not fucking be me. Could not be me, dude. Hold on, let me give you a follow. I love to meet a fellow smut writer. Big time yapping, yes. So, I'm gonna keep recording this. Do keep in mind, listen, this is what I tell everybody. Keep in mind, what I'm recording for my Patreon, what I have written here, this is an unedited first draft. So you might find some weird wording. You might hear me say some things that you're like, Ruby, you literally just used that word 3 times in the past paragraph. Bitch, I probably know more than you do, okay? I'm probably so much more aware of it than anybody else present. I know, okay? It's gonna get edited in the second draft. Just be nice to me. That's my only request for if you stay and listen to me work on the first draft of this. Can I do a quick brag moment? Yeah, of course. God gotta use the word 4 times in a row or some shit while you're drafting it. No, it's like a rule. It's like you gotta discover a word that you really like, and also you have to make sure you use the word eyes like 700 times within the first draft. His eyes, her eyes, my eyes, their eyes, everybody's eyes are going all over the fucking place. That's how the first draft goes. It's just how it goes. Yeah. Or gays. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you gotta switch it up. Use gays. Ugh. The gays and the theys. Found on the waiting list for bottom surgery, and congratulations. Nice, dude. Also, if dude, what's the word I'm looking for? Dude, non-gendered. Dude is my word for every person. Yeah, the female gays, exactly. Yes. 7 eyes stared at him in disbelief. That sounds odd. Yeah, I mean, that would be crazy. Not even a spooter. Bruh. Dude and bruh. I'm a certified bruh girl, so welcome. I'm not an uwu girl. I'm not gonna apologize. I was gonna say I'm sorry, and then I decided against it, actually. I use bruh all the time. Bruh. I like bruh with like an E, like a BREH as one of my favorite bruhs. Who the fuck is calling me right now? Don't fucking call me right now. I'm busy. God damn it. Anyways, okay, back to the recording. Good yap sesh. Back to the recording. We've just met Hawthorne's sister. The male main character's name is Thorn. You actually find out more about his name later in the book. But we've just met Hawthorne's sister, who is an absolute fucking cunt, honestly. She's absolutely the fucking worst. So we've just met Lilia, which is his sister. And we're about to meet somebody else who I think anybody who has been following my book for any amount of time is going to be so excited. I could fix her. Honestly, it's so sad. Her backstory is so sad, and you've got a little bit of it here. I'm not going to, like, spoilers, but she was mistreated very poorly by a human that she trusted, and that is why she hates humans and treats them like cattle. What we know about Thorn and his sister right now is that they are some kind of monster slash fae slash demon slash magical person race. They're not human. There's some kind of non-human thing. They consume the energy of humans, and they can drink blood, but it's not necessarily the best source for them. Honestly, I hate humans too. You're honestly so real for that. Humans are very scary, yes. So that is what the reader currently knows about Hawthorne and Lilia.
Hey Ian, what's up? And what's up, Ruby?
Well, I love the resub message to say hi to Ian. That's fucking silly. Thank you for the resub, Ty. Welcome. We're gonna get back into the recording because I gotta get this on Patreon because I was supposed to do it. This was supposed to go up 3 days ago. It's now the 3rd of June, so I'm already late. I'm already behind. That's the word. All right, here we go. Everybody ready? I gotta see where the fuck I was before. Where the fuck was? Also, why me? I think because you said hi. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just saw you. Anyways, all right. Is everybody ready? Let's see what I recorded previously because I actually don't fucking remember. One leg was draped over the low back of the couch, wearing black, loose-fitting pants. Okay, all right, we're introducing a new character here. Great. Pants. Pants is the last word I said. Black, loose-fitting pants. Oh, wait, hold on. No, because that's a full sentence. Go back. Bring it back. One leg was draped. All right, we'll do that whole thing again. Here we go. I gotta clear my sinuses. I love chill Zelda music. Do that really nice voice actor thing where you force your soft palate to contract and force the phlegm out of your throat. It's really attractive. Okay, here we go. All right, ready? One leg was draped over the low back of the couch, wearing black, loose-fitting pants and a short tunic of the same color that exposed half of his waist. His inky curls were shaved at the sides and left long on top, with a long braid falling down his back. He lazed there, a piece of cured meat hanging half out of his mouth as he grinned up at me with his arms behind his head. "You like her," he said, pointing at me with the stick of meat he was gnawing on, and continued to grin. "You've misplaced half of your shirt," I muse, without looking at him and pulling on my own for bed. "For someone so obsessed with humans, you sure don't keep up with their trends. A whole room full of their trinkets and you've never heard of a crop top?" he says, pulling off another bite with his sharp pointed teeth. I look over my shoulder, raising an eyebrow. "Wearing half a shirt is a trend amongst human men now?" I ask, running my towel over my dripping hair. His smile somehow widened, and then he shrugged. "They're coming back. Besides," he said, motioning at himself, "you have to admit it's not a bad look for some of us." I rolled my eyes and threw the wet towel at his face. He rolled from the couch and stood gracefully, managing to dodge the towel before it hit him. He grimaced at it, laying on the couch. "You betray me, my friend," he says. He says? Present tense? He says. "That's the wrong tense!" Sorry, hold on, where is it? Where'd it go? He said, "Duh." Why the fuck do I do that? God damn it. Hi, Gloom! Hi, Hogloom!
𝗂𝗶𝘃𝗶𝗏, we get to see Ruby crush it.
Oh my god,
hell yeah.
hi! Hogloom,
Listening to you while I play something.
Oh yeah, no problem. Welcome, welcome. You betray me, my friend. Alright, back into it. Wait, I have to burp. Hold on. Dude, we're fucking every time I write, I'm fucking time traveling back and forth so often. It's crazy. Past to present tense, back and forth all the time. Hold on, I have to burp. Thank God, that was like 3 in a row. Okay, sorry. You betray me, my friend. Alright, there we go. Okay. Where was I? He said, gingerly picking it up and dropping it on the floor before returning to his spot. I laugh in mock indignation, falling onto the chair beside the couch. Betrayal? You want to talk about betrayal? How about we call it even from you nearly tripping me out a door onto a stone patio earlier this evening? You'd have been fine. He shrugged again. Besides, she asked directly, and it was within my power. If anything, it's your fault for introducing me to the family all those years ago. I sighed, settling into the chair and draping my arms over the sides. If I'd known becoming their familiar... I had tripped over my fucking words. If I'd known... Where were we? If I'd known becoming their familiar meant you'd turn against your oldest friend, I never would have done it. He swung his feet off the sofa and sat up, taking another bite of the cured meat stick and talking with his mouth half full as he pointed it at me again. You're avoiding my observation. I shot him a cold look, but he just sat there, continuing to grin as always. There's nothing to say, I retorted dryly, looking into the long dead fireplace. Shall I say it for you? He quipped. I'd rather you just shut up, I groan in response. I rub a palm down my face and rest my head in my hand. What am I going to do? You could just fuck her, he responds indifferently. Ambrose! I choked out, elbow slipping from the armrest as I stare at him wide-eyed. Heat crept up my neck as I tried to keep the idea from forming solid imagery. Ambrose, of course, merely cackled at my embarrassment. We'd been friends for over 200 years. I'd met him when he was partnered to an old witch in the Feywilds. His first. Of course. Hold on, I have to zoom out. I have to clear my throat. Where was I? Is it this one? His first. And then here we go. Familiars were a species of fae that were of 2 worlds, in many senses. They had the power to travel between... They had the power to travel between realms and were a conduit of the magic held in each of them, though their ability to utilize that magic was weak. Through a pact with a magic user like a witch, the familiar gained stronger magic of their own, granting them the ability to shift into a human-like form and perform magic. In return, the witch was able to utilize the amplified effects of the magic carried by their familiars. The partnership was a symbiotic one, and in... That's not the line. The partnership... That's not the fucking line, Ruby Voxx. The partnership was symbiotic, and often involved a mutual protection of one. No, that one was right. That one was, sorry, that was on me. I don't know how Ruby reads this well, and I pause and delete the parts where I fuck up a lot. The partnership was symbiotic and often involved a mutual protection of one another. Many witches offered their magic to their familiars upon their own deaths as their thanks for their Where was I? As thanks for their familiar's service. No, did that record properly? As thanks for their own deaths. Yeah, hold on. Many witches offered their magic to their familiars upon their own deaths as thanks for their familiar's service. I think I'm gonna record that whole line again. Many witches. Sorry, I was looking at the. Wait, why am I recording in mono all of a sudden? Oh no, what did I do? What have I done? What did I do? Testing, testing. No, why am I in mono all of a sudden? What did I do? 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 The partnership was symbiotic. Oh, it's there. The track is still there. Whoa. Uh-oh. What the fuck did I do? How did I turn it off? I must have clicked something. What's the fucking... Oh my god. Adobe? Not Adobe. Adobe? Audition. Swap mono to stereo. Adobe. I don't want a video. Don't give me a video. What have I done? How did I accidentally swap it? How did I just turn off the right channel? Wait. Aha! I figured it out. Fuck you, I did it. Fuck you, Adobe. Eat shit. God, I fucking hate Adobe. As their thanks for their... Okay. Alright, and then... Alright, we'll start from... As their thanks. Where was I? Familiars upon their own deaths. As thanks for their familiar's services. A familiar was no mere pet or employee. To a witch, a familiar was an extension of their very lives. They were loved and protected more fiercely than family. It was he who introduced me to the human realm for the first time when we were boys, and he'd only just learned to shift. Look, I'm only saying what's the harm. She clearly isn't repulsed by you. He took another bite, waggling his eyebrows and leaning back against the couch. I shook my head, letting out an aggravated breath. That's precisely the issue. It's never been before, he remarked, and he was right. My kind had evolved to attract humans similarly to the way a cobra would dance to hypnotize its prey, or a Venus flytrap's bright colors and sweet-smelling nectar would attract a fly. Arousal was easy to feed from, as was fear and anger. Feelings that blinded humans, dulled their senses and rational thoughts, but most of my kind opted for the first. It was their energy we were after, the adrenaline they released during heightened emotional states. We could sustain ourselves on other forms of energy, other forces of life, but they were never as satisfying or filling. The process of feeding could be pleasurable for both parties when imbibing an arousal. However, regardless of the emotion being fed upon, without the necessary control, the human would be drained of all life. Learning control meant discipline. We weren't particularly prone to that, being a race of fae with hedonistic tendencies. Many of my kind viewed humans as... Let's try again. You want to try again? Let's try again. Many of my kind viewed humans as nothing more than cattle. The hard truth of it was... Oh, sorry. Hold on. Where was I? Fae with hedonistic tendencies. Okay, and then... Many of my kind viewed humans as nothing more than cattle. The hard truth of it was that though we were beautiful in appearance, we remained no better than any other monster. You feel her projections too, don't you? I asked. I think anyone in a 10-foot radius can feel her projections, he replied casually, laughing and shaking his head. Therein lies my issue. I've never dealt with an empath that projects the way she does. I've scented everything from fear to obsession in my lifetime, but it's never swallowed me whole and threatened to drag me down like this. I laid my head back and let my eyes drift closed. I made a promise. I intend to keep it. Ambrose blew out a long, aggravated breath. I could practically hear him rolling his eyes as he retorted, "What's the point of a century's worth of discipline if you can't put it to use for yourself once in a while? You could protect her and still have a little fun. Don't be crass." I pushed myself up from the chair and turned away. "I'm going to bed. Don't you have some work to do tonight?" "Plenty of time before dawn." He shrugged, hopping up to sit on the back of the couch. "But more importantly, you just admitted it." "What's that?" I inquired with a glare over my shoulder. "You do like her," he replied gleefully, with that stupid cat's grin on his face. "Get out!" I rolled my eyes, grabbing a pillow from the bed and throwing it towards him. It never made contact. His form blurred into twisted shadows before disappearing, the echoing sounds of his laughter slowly fading into a welcome silence. I cannot allow this gnawing infatuation to become an obsession, I thought to myself as I laid down, letting the soft pillows cradle my head, and failed miserably at thinking of anything but Fee. And that's it. That's chapter 7. Whee! There is a part that I need to fix, but it's in the spicy section, and I can't edit it until after stream. We'll have to edit it after the stream. We should do that later. This is Obscura, chapter 7. And we will save it to... Not the fucking OneDrive! Don't ever put anything on the OneDrive! You disgust me. Save. Okay, save that to my fucking desktop. Anyway. Yeah. How to do 2 scenes of editing. 2 tiny little blips of editing on the fucking blue site. Fuck OneDrive. All my homies hate OneDrive. Fucking hate OneDrive. Okay, so I know this is weird, but I also need to record chapter 6. I just wanted to make sure that chapter 7 was done, because that's the one that is supposed to go out like now. And chapter 6, people have pretty much already read chapter 6, so like it's not a huge deal. But I haven't recorded it yet, so I was going to do that. I was gonna go ahead and get that done so that I could upload it for the people who are waiting. Chai, thank you so much for the lurk. I hope you have a good time. Oh, let's fucking go. But it's gonna be out of order, so we'll just have a little out of order recording session. If that's okay with everybody. And also if it's not okay with everybody, because fuck you, I do what I want. So let's do, hold on, file, new, file name, Obscura, chapter 6. This one is from, the fuck do you mean the file name is not valid? The fuck do you mean? This one's from Fiametta's perspective, so I don't have to use my low register and destroy my voice. New audio file. No, chapter 6. Cool. Slay. Nice. Okay, is everybody ready? Is everybody comfy? Everybody locked in? Actually, I'm gonna have a small break. Water. I'm gonna rest my voice for a hot second. because I don't want to overdo it. I have a client, a long-time client, who like once or twice a year sends me like a really big project, and I'm waiting for that to come in literally any day now. They were like, yeah, beginning of next week, and I was like, okay. So I don't want to like totally destroy myself. I was thinking about a hot beverage. Maybe I'll just grab some warm water. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put on the kettle and just have some warm water. Ah yes, the soothing flavor of plain warm water. Let me put my phone. 'Cause my phone is dying. I'll plug that shit in. Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, you guys ready? Here goes chapter 6. Let's do this. I can clear out my fucking lungs, bro. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get that fucking shit out of there. Alright, so this is chapter 6. 𝗏𝗏 has asked Hawthorne to help her with something. She's just found a book upstairs in her house and wants to know more about it. Here we go. Pause. My throat just fucking made a frog sound. Okay, here we go. Chapter 6. 𝗏𝗏. This was good, right? I finally felt like I was making progress, both with starting my magical education and with softening up Thorn's prickly exterior. I sat in the chair at the desk in the library, the Book of Shadows open in front of me and the grimoire beside it. Hold on. There's shit in my throat! Ah! Probably shouldn't have screamed, but you know, whatever. Come on, voice. You can do it. I swear to God, you can fucking do it. Hopefully I can make it through this. Otherwise, embarrassing. How many pages are left at the end? He inquired, lifting his chin to motion towards the book in question. Only a few. I flipped to the back of the book, leafing through the final pages, and counted 4 full pages. Thorn pulled a pen from his pocket and handed it to me. A fountain pen, carved from what looked like white marble. I'd call him pretentious, but it was beautiful. Fitting. Pause, hold on, that was actually not the line. I'd call him pretentious for it. Nose! Okay, where was I? I don't know. I'd call him pretentious for it, but it was beautiful. Fitting. Write something on the first blank page there, he said, flipping back to it. I hesitated, not knowing what to write. The anticipation of being the next and possibly last person to write in this book after so many women had spilled their hearts in it shot a spike of anxiety through me. He must have sensed it because he laid a hand on the desk next to mine, as though careful not to touch me, and said softly, "Just start with your name, perhaps." I nodded, remembering the way each of the women had given themselves a little title page Oh my God, I had to burp, sorry. Remembering. We're doing great. Drinking was a good idea. I nodded. I nodded, remembering the way each of the women had given themselves a title page showing their name and date of birth. I scrawled my first name out on the page, moving slowly and thinking each letter over in my head, afraid I might misspell it. When I was satisfied with my page, I looked up at Thorn expectantly. "Good," he said. "Now count the remaining pages." I pulled my brows together, wanting to question him, but did as he said. I recounted 3 times before I snapped my head back to him. "There's 4 full pages left, but I'm sure I counted right the first time. You watched me do it." I shook my head in disbelief. Obviously, I'd counted wrong. I felt my face flush with the embarrassment at not being able to complete such a simple request. "And you were correct." Wait, how could I have been correct the first time and also correct now? I stared up at him in confusion, and he sighed with heavy exasperation. "Magic, Fee, the book is magic." His tone may have been impatient, but there was something soft in it, like he was afraid he might scare me off and was tethering his usual attitude. "Oh," I replied softly, the wheels still turning in my head, trying to make room for magic amongst the logic. "The pages, they replenish as I write?" Something in his eyes lit up at the corners. Something in his eyes lit up as the corners of his mouth curved into a grin. "So you're not hopeless, at least." I don't like the way I read that. "So you're not hopeless, at least," he teased, and I couldn't help myself from playfully scoffing and mock offense in return. "You're correct," he praised. "They will replenish as you write, for as long as you'd like to." I caught myself smiling down at the book as I flipped through its pages. Hundreds of years of family history were recorded here, from women who dedicated their lives to the craft and to learning. Many of my ancestors beginning their journeys with magic at a much younger age than me. Did I even deserve to use this book? Would it be an insult to them and everything they'd worked on? The prosecutions of witches they'd endured over centuries when even my own grandmother barely knew who I was. It felt like an invasion of privacy, like the anxiety of standing in the corner of a party you weren't invited to until the last second because the people throwing it took pity on you. An oddly specific example? No, not an example. A memory. Anxiety stuck in my throat like a thick syrup. Me too, girl. Anxiety stuck in my throat like a thick syrup, and I had to swallow hard to push it back down. Keeping my eyes on the book, I muttered, maybe it would be better to start my own. Forcing a smile onto my face, I looked back up at Thorn. It feels disrespectful in a way, you know? I mean, I didn't know any of them. I trail off when I see that he's staring back at me, that stony, stern look he usually has, his head cocked to the side, his brow creased. Why in the stars? He cut himself off, tone softening again. Fee, I think they would be overjoyed that you would seek to bring magic back into your life, into your family. What greater way to honor them than to learn all they worked at their entire lives, and then continue that work? There's that feeling again. Tears welling up, and a lump in my throat. A feeling I've been fighting my entire life. Every time something vaguely emotional happens, I can't seem to keep from crying. Crybaby, my mother would call me. It was humiliating, the way I couldn't just react like a normal adult to seemingly anything. When I was happy, I was obnoxious. When I was angry, I was irrational. When I was scared, I was childish. And when I was sad or anxious... Crybaby. Oh, I need to record that again. Crybaby. Fee. Thorn's voice tore me from the spiraling... Try again. Thorn's voice tore me out of the spiraling thoughts. I nodded my head, plastering that smile back on my face again, and trying to discreetly wipe my eyes as I ran my hands over my face. You're right. Thank you, I said, genuinely grateful for his kindness, knowing he wasn't keen on helping me in the first place. It's late. I think I'm a little overtired from my first day running the shop. When I looked at him, he was staring back at me, searching my face with concern. I'll be fine. Really, I laughed, closing the book and handing him back his pen. Silently, he reached out to take it, but when our hands... My chair was just squeaking so loud. Hold on. Silently, he reached out to take it, but when our hands brushed, he snapped back as if I'd burned him. Oh, I'm sorry. I blurred out. Sorry. I blurred out reflexively. We need to get that under control, he remarked in monotone as if he were simply making... No, I said that too mean. I blurred out reflexively. We need to get that under control, he remarked in monotone as if he were simply making a mental note. Yeah, I've been trying my entire life. Oh, wait. Nope. Yeah. Nope, try again. Try again! Yeah, I've been trying my entire life, I muttered, letting out a sardonic chuckle. You know? He asked, seeming surprised. That I cry at the drop of a hat and it's humiliating? Yeah, hard not to. I rested my elbows on the desk to hold my head in my hands and kept my eyes on the book below me. If you've got any tips on how to stop crying, I'd sure love to hear them. There's nothing wrong with crying, Fee. A good cry can be healing and cathartic, but having no control over those emotions has likely proven more difficult for you than most. He knelt, opening the drawer beside me, and started to shuffle through the boxes. I waved a hand through the air. Oh, by all means, help yourself. I'm helping you, he replied in a stern, gravelly tone of warning that had my body recoiling and sending a tingling warmth through me all at once. Well, that was awkward. And new. Sorry. I managed to mumble out before averting my gaze. Goodbye, Anima! Thanks for being here. We'll see you later. He stopped, dead still, mid-opening one of the boxes of catalog cards from the drawer. I glanced back, only to see his jaw set tight, nostrils flared as every bit of his expression flashed with something predatory. Something that screamed feral. Just as quickly as it was there, it blinked away. He stood, with effort, and turned to walk away, the card catalog in hand. I sat there, watching in silence, eyes wide, as he leaned against one of the lower shelves and began to flip through the cards harder than necessary. What the fuck was that? Did I do something wrong? Was he angry with me? And suddenly the question I'd asked him earlier that evening snuck back in. And what exactly is your kind? The question distracted me as he wordlessly set down the box and made his way to a shelf at the far side of the room. I wanted to ask what he was looking for, but the moment between us still had a firm grasp on my tongue. Instead, I continued to sit in weighted silence until he walked stiffly back to the desk and dropped a book in front of me. Magic of the Mind? I read the title aloud. A book about powers derived from the psyche. I need to return home. He brusquely removed the pen and a small notebook from his pocket and scribbled something onto a page before ripping it out and placing it on the table a safe distance away from me. Consider this homework for the month. I cocked a brow. So you are teaching me. Should I start calling you Professor Thorn? He frowned and pushed the paper towards me impatiently. Read the list. I must leave at once and haven't time to explain more. He turned to walk out of the library. Oh, sorry, wrong thing, sorry. He turned to... that's why it's in the wrong tense. Okay, here we go. But time to explain more. Thorn is such a little bitch. I wrote him and he's a little bitch. Alright, where was I? Where the fuck is it? Rox is gonna be home any second now. I gotta finish this fucking chapter. Where was I? To explain more. He turned to walk out of the library as I picked up the note, calling after him and laughing. Yes, sir. I'll get it done before next class. He faltered for a moment, his hands tightening into fists at his side, and then disappeared down the hall. Read Chapter 12 in Magic of the Mind. Find the glamour spell in your... If only I could fucking pronounce words. Find the glamour spell in your grimoire and learn how to conceal your eyes. Ask that cheery girl from the cafe to teach you magic. The one with the curly hair you were talking to all afternoon. Wait a minute. He'd been watching me all afternoon? And now he was... what? Telling me in not so simple terms he wasn't actually interested in teaching me? Hey! I called out, jumping from the chair and racing into the hallway where I found him making his way towards the kitchen and the back door. Ambrose scurried out of the living room, nearly tripping me as he would... Ambrose... Go back. Ambrose scurried out of the living room, nearly tripping me as he wound between my feet. What the hell is this? Are you just pawning me off or what? He didn't look back, didn't respond at all as he reached the kitchen as if trying to ignore me. I nearly tripped again and cried out, barely catching myself on the wall. Damn it, Ambrose! Why don't you help me out and trip him instead? The cat stopped, looked at me, and then raced to Thorn, who was nearly out of the door before his own legs ended up tangled by the furry, agile little thing. He caught himself on the counter, shooting me a scathing look. Uncalled for, he grumbled, getting up and making to leave again, but I'd caught up with him. I grabbed at his sleeve, gripping the soft fabric in my fist. Why are you so confusing? Pause. That says confused. That's not the right word. Why are you so confusing? Anyways, why would you make me think that you were going to be a mentor or something? That you cared? That I wasn't so damn on my own? Just to tell me to go ask someone else? I shouted, my tone of playful banter suddenly eviscerated by the pain of a raw rejection. Of humiliation. Fee, I have to leave. He wouldn't even look at me, and I scoffed, letting go of his sleeve. Of course. Mr. Important. I sniffed, looking away and pulling at the hem of my shirt to busy my hands. Nope, there's an S in that word. I sniffed, looking away and pulling at the hem of my shirt to busy my hands. Sorry to have bothered you. Ambrose jumped onto the counter and butted his head against my arm. I reached up to pet him, Thorn still standing in the doorway, holding the door open and staring out into the dark garden. I wish I could help you. I am not supposed to have had any contact with you at all, and yet... He trailed off, squeezing his eyes closed before continuing, a pained expression on his face. There is something that draws me to you like a hook in my gut. Until your emotions are under control, it will be difficult for me to have... Until your emotion... Okay, try again, Ruby. Until your emotions are under control, it will be difficult for me to have close contact with you, let alone offer any amount of training. It was no secret that emotions were uncomfortable for most people. It seemed such a hyper-present part of my life, those around me being put off by how emotional I could be. I remained silent, waiting for him to say more, but it seemed we were both searching for words, so I did the only thing I've ever known to do. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know why I cry so easily, but I understand that it's uncomfortable. The way that I feel is my own responsibility. I leaned against the counter, facing Ambrose and absently petting him when Thorn finally spoke again. His voice was quiet, but strained as if he were searching for the right words right up until they fell from his lips. You misunderstand me. Your emotions do not repulse or repel me, Fee. If anything, it is quite the opposite. It is your inability to control their projection that puts you and I in more danger than I can safely ward against. I turned my head, looking back at him quizzically when I noticed he was still staring into the night, the knuckles on his hand white with how tightly he was gripping the door in its frame. Pause. There's a random E in here for some reason. Okay, hold on. Okay. Back to it. There's something to be said about the fuzzy confusion that seems to follow instances of high emotional states. One second you're blinded by anger and anxiety, and the next you're wondering what day it even is. My thoughts completely bypassed his warning of danger. Sorry, you like it when I cry? He barked out a laugh that surprised me, but I noticed his grip on the door loosen as he looked right at me, his soft voice hardening and a smirk pulling at his lips. No, Fee. If I were to choose... Fuck me! No, Fee. Hello? Hi, Sailor Moon, welcome! Thank you so much for the raid! I'm currently recording a chapter of my book for my Patreon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you had a really good stream. Hello! If you're here new and don't know me, my name is 𝗶𝘶𝗶𝗹, I play games 𝗃𝗏, except for today. We're doing co-working. Teehee. Welcome. Where was I? Let's see here. No, Fee. If I were to choose an emotion to feel radiating off of you, I think I can... Oh my god! Jesus fucking Christ, I can't speak! Hello? Welcome to the stream. I'm a voice actor. I don't know how to read. Hi, welcome. Hello, 𝗏𝐶𝐰, welcome. Hello, Shalom, welcome. Hello, guys, welcome. Hello. Okay, where was I? Let's see here. Okay. I'm getting tongue-tied because Fee's doing hot guy shit. Okay, not me flustered over my own rating. JK. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Where was I? No, Fee. If I were to choose an emotion to feel radiating off of you, I can think of several others I'd prefer to be the cause of. My eyes went wide and that fuzzy fog cleared in my head. I snapped my mouth shut when I realized I'd been staring back, mouth agape. There's no way he meant it the way it sounded. And there's no way I'm asking, but something in the way he smiled as he looked away makes me wonder. Made me wonder. Hello, past tense, thank you. Something... Hold on. And there's no way I... Alright, let me just re-record that real quick. welcome. Hi, Isabel! Hold on. What was the last thing I recorded? There's no way he meant it the way it sounded. Okay, there we go. Okay, where are we? And there's no way I'm asking, but something in the way he smiled as he... My brain! And there's no way I'm asking, but something in the way he smiled as he looked away made me wonder. There isn't time to put this lightly, or guide you gently towards the answers. I had hoped that giving you a nudge in the right direction would allow you to put the pieces together on your own, so I apologize if this comes as a shock. His jaw was set, and he seems to wrestle with the words before he sighed. He seemed to wrestle. Oh, for God's fucking sake. And he seems to... Where was I? No. And he seemed to wrestle with the words before he sighed and looked back at me. You are an empath, Fee. Yes, Rugged Sauce! I hear you out in the hallway. Hi.
Hi.
I'm trying to record.
Oh.
For my Patreon. We're live. We're doing a live recording.
Hey, everybody.
Everybody say, hi, Rugged Sauce. Hi, Rugged Sauce. Oh my God, Isabel, I love that emote. That is so cute. It's little stars. I love it. We're doing a live recording of chapter 6. Yeah, Salem, enjoy your food. Please go get yourself a little snack. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you again so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. I hope your stream was good, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna keep recording, Rugs, so if you want to grab the dog, I'm almost finished. I just want to get this done so I can post it. Okay, perfect. Great. Sighed and looked back at me. Can you shut the door, please, so I don't get the humidifier? Yeah, I know. I just looked like you were walking away. Hi, Sin. Welcome. I'm glad you had a good workout. Hey, where was I? He sighed and looked back at me. God, listening to my own voice. Listening to my own narration voice is freaky. Who is she? Can you shut the fuck up? Fucking asshole. Where he sighed and looked back at me. He's just out there yelling. Sighed and looked back at me. Alright, back to it. Don't make me laugh. Chat, shut the fuck up. We're almost done. You are an empath, Fee. A magic user with the innate ability to cast your own emotions and feel those around you. The book I gave you will explain in more detail. He paused, glancing back towards the... sorry, like halfway through Hawthorne's voice when I did that narration. He paused. Go back. Yeah, you gotta gargle it. Hi, Barry. Where was I? You will explain in more detail. The book I gave you will explain... The book I gave you will explain in more detail. He paused, glancing back towards the door. One day. Glancing back. One day. One day. One day. Young man. No. Okay. The book I gave you will explain in more detail. He paused, glancing back towards the open door. Perhaps when you've learned how to control it, I can offer some more guidance. But presently, your projections are making it difficult for me to control my nature. I barely managed to respond above a whisper, still processing what he's claimed. And what nature is that? I asked. I fucking tripping over my words. What nature is that? Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Oh, wild YMCA appears. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I asked, afraid of pushing him any more tonight. His smile softens with his voice, asking after my intimate secrets again, and I couldn't help but smile back, even as I shook my head. Good night, Fee, he replied softly, stepping outside. Before the door clicked closed, he asked, oh, no, he didn't ask, he added, before the door clicked. Let's try again, I can read. Sighed. Before the door clicked closed, he added, you deserve to be part of this family. You belong here. He pulled the door closed. Nope. Pulled it. He pulled the... Fucking shit! He pulled the door gently closed. I stood there in the kitchen with only the humming of the refrigerator and the soft purring of Ambrose as I scratched behind his ears. An empath. Someone born with innate magic running through them. My head felt like it was spinning, and I gripped the counter with both hands. Oh shit. I hadn't eaten in most of the day, actually. Good going, Fee. No wonder you're so No. I refused to blame myself for this. At least, not right now. I drank down a I drank down a bottled protein shake at room temperature straight from the pantry before taking the fastest shower of my life. I managed to change into something comfortable before my stomach started growling at me as if the protein shake only reminded it what food was. Okay, okay. I hear you loud and clear, I grumbled, trudging back down the stairs. It was only barely 9 in the evening, and I could probably have fallen asleep right now if I weren't so anxious to start reading my homework. Dinner was a thick slice of seeded bread I'd bought at the farmer's market, warmed over the gas stove, with peanut butter and a drizzle of honey. A few cold slices of chicken from a deli bag, a handful of shredded cheese, and 2 mini cucumbers I didn't bother to... Go back. And 2 mini... Where was I? Excuse me. And 2 mini cucumbers I didn't bother to cut or dress in any way. Normally, I considered myself just a bit of a foodie, but I was exhausted, physically and mentally, and when no one else is around to judge me, sometimes food just needed to be food. Girl dinner. Fucking Wisconsin Bear, I didn't see that you typed that until after I said it. That's so funny. After finally silencing my grumbling stomach, I made my way to my bedroom with spearmint tea. No, that is what I wrote. It just felt wrong. Anyway. After finally silencing my grumbling stomach, I made my way to my bedroom with spearmint tea and magic of the mind in hand, and Ambrose at my heels. The clocks in the house struck 11, and I was jolted out of my reading, the tea on the side table long since gone cold. I stretched my legs out from under me on the chaise. Chaise? Is that how you say that word? Yo, how do you pronounce that word? Me not realizing until this moment that I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it chaise? Is that how you say this word? Yeah, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I stretched my leg. Thank you, Halo Phoenix. Thank you, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, sorry. Where was I? I stretched my legs out from under me on the chaise and groaned, staring up at the light and tracing the patterns in the ceiling tiles with my eyes. Ambrose, who had been dozing on the floor, stretched along with me before hopping up on the chaise and watching me expectantly. An empath, huh? He meowed in response. According to my reading, we were somewhat rare. The ability to sense emotions or see an aura of an emotional state was a common skill amongst witches and magical folk, but the ability to project our own emotions was specific to the intrinsic power of the empath. They were prone to big emotions. It was described in the chapter as feeling everything dialed all the way up, and if I left... 1 second. I've been saying chase, like chase, chase lounge, yeah. Oh, interesting. All the way up. And if left unchecked, the projections would grow to affect those around you. Pause. There's so much space here. All the way up. Up. And if left unchecked, the affect those around you. Okay. Looking back, I could remember a number of times where my anger had escalated arguments with my mother, or my pain or sadness had seemed to make others uncomfortable. I'd always been told my laugh was contagious, many previous partners claiming it was part of what attracted them to me. When I was happy and comfortable, I was sociable and even likable. Unfortunately, I was prone to social anxiety and periodic depressive episodes, which had been described on more than one occasion as suffocating or exhausting, and would often lead to the end of a relationship. I couldn't seem to keep friends for long, likely for the same reasons. No matter how much they tried to invite me out or show me kindness, I was always anxious, always second-guessing whether I was really invited or whether their intentions were sincere and good. It's no wonder they wouldn't want me around if I was projecting that kind of anxiety onto them. I sighed, raking a hand through my hair. Guess I ought to start meditating or something, huh? I laughed, leaning my head back on the armrest, and closed my eyes. Sorry, I'm just deleting something. Excuse me. I'm gonna take another sip of water. Okay, here we go. Thorne's words from earlier in the evening crept into my head. Your projections are making it difficult for me to control my nature. My face heated with embarrassment, remembering the way I'd lost control and snapped at him. I groaned, covering my face with a hand. God, why hadn't I just stayed in the library? Why hadn't I just let him go? I cringed at myself. I had a burp, sorry. I wanted to apologize, but what if I really didn't see him again until the next new moon? Would I spend an entire month ruminating on how I'd embarrassed myself in front of a stranger? An objectively hot, albeit infuriating stranger? Oh my god, my throat just made a frog sound. He swept... Oh, no, not he. I can read. Heat swept over my face again, remembering how he'd stared me down in the library. His pupils had blown so wide, his usual light eyes had looked nearly black, and his unnatural stillness had sent a chill through my body all the way to the bone. And yet, I can think of several others I'd prefer to be the cause of. Those words warmed that chill into a curling heat. Oh my god, get it together! I sat up, eyeing Ambrose at the foot of the chaise, and wondered with brief horror if arousal was something I could project, and if my projections worked on... everything. Sorry, I muttered awkwardly. The cat laid there, seemingly unbothered, as I set the book down and stood up. Tomorrow would be another long day in the shop, and I needed to get to bed if I had any hope of sleeping tonight. I stood at the door and waved a hand towards the hallway. You want out before I shut it, or are you sleeping in here tonight? Ambrose side-eyed me from the chaise, but uncurled and jumped down before sauntering from the room with a little meow. See you in the morning, I yawned. I threw myself onto the bed, wrapping the blanket tight around myself, and tried to think of... Pause. I threw myself onto... Oh, we can go all the way back here. Where was I? I threw myself onto the bed, wrapped the blanket tight around myself, and tried to think relaxing thoughts about oceans and sheep, but I kept circling back around to one thing. What the hell is Hawthorne? Because he certainly wasn't human. There's some kind of feeling ingrained in your cells that tells you when you're looking at something dangerous. Plants often showed signs with bright colors or unfriendly leaves and spines. I'd learned how to tell the differences between many that could kill me. I'd learned how... Sorry. I'd learned how to tell the difference between many that could kill me or save me, but never in my life had I felt the instinct to run the way I had when he'd looked at me like that, even if only for an instant. There'd been a need to flee, a voice in my head screaming danger that transcended language or coherent thought. But there was something else, because I knew, or at least he kept saying so, that he was trying to protect me from something. The way a deep sadness crept into his eyes when he spoke of the past, of my family. Earlier tonight, he'd seemed genuinely pained to turn me down, standing there in the kitchen doorway, gripping the frame like he was fighting himself to leave. Was it himself that he was so dead set on protecting me from? Or was there something else? Something like him, whatever he was. As my mind began to drift in and out of sleep, I vaguely wondered if he could sense my fear in the library, or if it had been the other emotion that had snuck up on me, and whether or not it was one of the emotions he'd have liked to be the cause of. And that's the end! End of chapter 6. Save. And save. Hell yeah. That one went really good. That one is, well, like 23 minutes long? 22 and a half minutes? Like 23 minutes long, I think. Almost 23 minutes long, I think. That might actually be 22 minutes and 53 seconds long. Almost 23. Nice. Yay! Yay, 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 yay. Yay, 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 yay. Yay, yay, yay. I did it! I said words! Go me. Now I've got 6 and 7 recorded. I just have to do some basic editing on them, and then hopefully I'll have that up for people who are on Patreon. Hopefully I'll have that up today. We'll say tomorrow. If I do it today, that'll be a fun surprise, but we're gonna say tomorrow. Tomorrow. Also, I ranked up on my spiritographer rank. I'm just gonna grab that real quick. We did it! 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 Hold on, let me just click off the recordings because we did the recordings. Nice. I also did the editing too. I didn't write any more in chapter 13, but that's okay. We did a lot of work today. Yeah. Yes. Jesse, I don't like very often to put my Patreon out there on purpose. That's why I don't really say it, because it's under a different name and there is a lot of not safe for work content there. If you want it, it's not super hard to find. It's not exceedingly difficult to find, and by that I mean go to my Twitter and scroll down until you find one of my posts linking to it. But technically I'm not really supposed to link to it from Twitch because it has some not safe for work content on it. So, yeah. Like people jorking it. Like scenes and books of people jorking it. Anyways, that was good. That went better than I thought it would. Oh no, you're good. It's okay. I think, oh my god, I'm so hungry, chat. Ew. What do you mean, ew, huh? Ew? What do you mean, ew? How dare you say ew at me? What did I do? Man, I didn't even do anything this time. What a fucked up day. Ew, jorking it. Oh. Ah, well, you know. You jork some, you lose some. Unlurk jorking it. Hi, Chai, welcome back. In front of my salad? Jorking it right in front of my salad? How could you? Yeah, of course. I had a lot of fun. I would like to stream longer, but I'm so hungry that I'm kind of lightheaded. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've had quite enough calories today. So I probably should. It is like, oh god, it's like past 6 o'clock. I probably should go and get myself some dinner. I don't know what I'm gonna have. I don't know what to have for dinner. I want to figure out what we're having for dinner. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm awake. Anyways, let me see what we're doing here. Let me see what we're doing here. We're gonna do a raid. What is this? Is this Mirror Day? I might raid my VTuber sibling. My little sister. My little VTuber sister. Because I haven't raided her in a long time. She is also a writer. She's not writing right now, but she is a writer, and she's very super sweet, and I love her. So we're gonna go and give her a little raid time, a little love and a little raid time. Yeah, it's Mirror Day. Mirror Day. She's a giraffe, and she's so cute. So we're gonna go give her some love, and I will see you guys sometime. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday. I haven't decided. I upped my dose of my meds, and I got my period, so I'm feeling a little bit like booty. Which is probably also why I'm kind of lightheaded and need to eat, TBH, now that I'm thinking about it. So gorilla streams this week until I feel better, because I don't know how long it'll take my body to get used to the higher dose of medicine, and it makes me extremely fatigued and like sick to my stomach sometimes. So I don't have a set schedule for this week, unfortunately. So maybe tomorrow. But I'm definitely going to try it for Thursday, if not tomorrow, okay? I'll see you then. Okay, bye!